Hey friends, Kim from Stamping Imperfection. I'm here playing with Kendra's card challenge number 3. And this is a quarterly card challenge where you get a set of cutting templates for 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper, and then you get a set of card sketches for, this time it's 16 cards. And I shared a video at the beginning of July to show you my process for cutting and then collating the papers with the correct sketches, and then I made my first 8 cards. So I shared the first 8 cards out of the 16 cards here, and then I got really busy, so I haven't had time to put the other 16 cards or the other 8 cards together. So in this video I'm going to I'm not going to show you all like putting together 8 cards, but I do want to show you like some mishaps that happened along the way and how I fixed them. And here you can see I'm playing with the card sketch in the upper right hand corner, and I turned this one sideways because my paper was directional. Like that heart paper, if I had made that a vertical card, the hearts would have been sideways. So some of them I made vertical instead of horizontal or vice versa, and I was using double-sided paper here. I had a lot of fun deciding which side of the paper I wanted to use. I also made a lot of modifications where on the card sketches, and this is the upper left-hand card sketch that I'm playing with now, because first I attached all the pattern paper, and then I went back through, and where you see the gray, the light gray, dark gray, white, and black pieces, those are like scrap papers that you, like scrap white cardstock or scrap colored cardstock that you have in your stash. And so besides 6 pieces of pattern paper, 16 card bases, you will want to have some white cardstock from your stash and some colored cardstock from your stash. And I personally use that pile of scrap paper sitting on my desk. So it's pretty nice to actually use up some of my pattern paper from my stash that's been there for a while. I use up that pile of scrap paper, of colored cardstock and white cardstock that's sitting on my desk. And I use some stamps and things that I have in my stash that I haven't used in a while. So I purposefully pull out stuff that I've been wanting to use but haven't used in a while. I also have a bunch of beautiful sentiment stamps from Stamplerations that I use all the time that I pulled out because I felt like the style of those went really well with the paper that I'm using. And here are some mini stamps. So this is what I'm deciding to use today. I pulled out a few Catherine Pooler mini stamps that I have and some Altenew mini stamps, and I decided I'm using those. I haven't used my minis in a while, and I want to play with some of those. So I've got a lot of little mini flowers and things like that. So it took me probably about an hour and a half to put these last 8 cards together, and I already had everything cut. I had the papers and everything all collected, the stamps and stuff I wanted to use. Like I had a little tray that I had everything in that's been waiting for a couple weeks for me here. So it took that long to actually make the last 8 cards because I had to cut out the other card stock pieces from my scraps to put on there. So I kept it simple by not using a lot of layers. So you won't see a lot of cards that have a colored cardstock layer here. If you want to see how other people used a lot of layers, then you can definitely check out Kendra's videos and also the other design team members' videos, because many of them have gone ahead and used a lot of colored cardstock layers. But I was trying to make the pattern paper the star of the show and keep it simple. Like I was trying to keep it simple and to keep them fairly clean and simple. And the paper that I picked out is from Whimsy Stamps, and it's quite whimsical, I think. It looks like doodled. It looks like I drew it myself, which I love about it. So here you can see I'm pulling out stamps that have that same feel to them. Like I could have drawn that. And, or I feel like I could have drawn that. Maybe I really couldn't, but, So with this challenge, Kendra has some fantastic prizes. There is at least one $50 prize pack from a nice craft store somebody could win. And what you have to do to participate is go to her website. I will put all the links below. It's kendrascardchallenge.com, and get the cutting templates for the 6 sheets of paper and the card sketches. So there you see, I've been keeping the coloring simple. I didn't even color that whole thing in. I used 2 colors, a lighter and a darker, colored the card in, or colored a little bit of each petal and each leaf, called it a day. So you can go into as much detail as you want. Like you can spend lots of time, make 1 card a day and make them very detailed, which is what I think I'll probably do in August for my, I want to do some Christmas cards in August with these sketches and these cutting templates because I love the way the cards came out. So here's another example, by the way, of some snafus. First of all, I got glue everywhere, so thank goodness for an adhesive eraser, and love the adhesive eraser for like $3. That tool is one of the most used tools in my stamp stash. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to move this so you can actually see what I'm doing. My workspace is very small. I'm trying to actually work in the air conditioning, so I moved my workspace upstairs in the living room, but my desk is pretty small. So, alas, cool and comfortable, but a tight squeeze. So here, it didn't stamp well the first time, and then it double stamped because you can see the shadow image there. So I've got to fix this because I am trying to use just the 6 pieces of double-sided pattern paper. And so what I decide to do here is to pull out my nice big Tim Holtz shears, the 9-inch non-stick scissors, and I'm just going to cut right along the edge of that pattern paper. I'm going to cut along that fold line at the top, right along the edge of the paper, and then down the other side. I'm going to keep these 2 pieces together on that white cardstock, and then just treat it like one piece of paper and glue it to a new card base. And you know what? It worked out fine. And then I can restamp it, and I had cut extra card bases just for the possibility of something like this happening. So, yay me for being well prepared for my mishaps. So again, just glued it right on and moved right on. So, simple way to fix a mistake like that. And it wasn't really a mistake. It was I have too much stuff in too little space, and I'm stamping with papers underneath me. Shame on me. So I go ahead and stamp again, and the center of this is not stamping well, and it might be sometimes during the manufacturing process the stamp doesn't come out perfectly evenly. So it could be the stamp, although it's probably unlikely. It also could be the fact that I have that metal ruler under my MISTI, and I'm not getting there's a little bit too much flex in my MISTI when I'm trying to stamp. So, again, shame on me. But, I'm using the Color Hive Eclipse Black ink. It perfectly matches that special black Copic marker, number 110. So I just filled it in, the parts that didn't ink well enough, and moved on. So simple. That's such a simple fix. And if you don't have Copic markers, a journaling pen often matches as well. Just fill it in with your journaling pen. When it dries, you won't even notice. And the recipient won't notice either, even if you can still see it, because we can always see our mistakes forever, right? So I decided I want to add a little flower to that. And that's a Catherine Pooler stamp set that I just got. It's not a new collection stamp set for her, but it is for me. I just really liked the sentiment, and I loved the whimsical nature of the stamps. Again, it looks like a flower I could doodle, and I'm going to color it in very simply again. I'm using YR24 and YR21, and I'm just putting a little color down. I'm not even trying to fill in the whole space there. I'm not trying to blend the colors. I'm just putting color in and leaving it with a whimsical feel. I got a little ink smudge here, so I pulled out my Tombow sanded eraser and just gently erased it off, wiped the fuzz away, and it fixed it. So here are the cards. And now this called for a circle. I made it a square. That's card 1. This also called for a circle. I made it a square. This is how I chose to do that one. Simple, keeping it simple. Some of them have just sentiments. Some have a simple image and sentiments. This one didn't need an image. The pattern paper really spoke volumes. This one too. This is one of the stamplerations. This is another stampleration sentiment, and I think that stamp set, the stamp itself is from Catherine Pooler. And again, you can see I'm just keeping these so simple. I haven't added any embellishments. I may before I send them or gift them. What I think I'm going to do with these cards is to put 8 in I have some plastic boxes I bought with the idea that these would become gifts. This is the only one I don't love. I had to flip this one. This is number 16, and I wish I'd put plain cardstock behind it, and when I realized it needs some color or something around it, I used a Copic marker to draw around it, and it was okay. It helped, but it didn't fix it, because I love the little bear, which I think is from W+9, and I like the journaling pen, the messy, imperfect journaling pen I put around the 2 edges. So I decided I'll add more journaling pen. More imperfect journaling pen. I am not trying to make this perfect. I'm just drawing around it, and I like that much better. For some reason, for me, that was enough. It went with the card, the pattern paper. So I will put all the links to this below. If you would like to participate, you can go to kendrascardchallenge.com and get the cutting templates and the card sketches for free. When you make the cards, share them on social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. She has instructions on her website how to share them on Pinterest. Use the hashtag Kendra's Card Challenge 3, so that at the end of September, because you have till the end of September to participate, she can find your cards, and you need to share all 16, and she will put your name in a random generator along with everybody else's who participates for prizes. Thanks for watching, friends. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel while you're here. Thanks for watching.